Hello, students. Welcome to Engineering Economics and Cost Analysis subject. Today, we are going to discuss about the elements of cost, which is very important in the economics, engineering economics. So, what is elements of cost? So, we may be used a lot of products, right? In day-to-day life, we are using pen and we are using mobile phones and computers, a lot of things. But how people are fixing the cost or how the industry fixing the particular cost. For example, if I am using a pen, right, the cost of the pen is maybe for 50 rupees. How the 50 rupees is fixing for this particular pen? So we should know. So how to manufacture this pen? What are the materials which is included? How it will be transported and how we are getting this pen in the supermarket and local markets. So behind this, the elements of cost is playing major role. So in engineering economics, the elements of cost refers to the components that makes up the total cost of producing a product or delivering a service. They are broadly classified as material cost. First and foremost is material cost, the cost of raw material used in productions. So for this pen, what is the material we should have to produce this particular pen? So the material which is directly involved to produce this particular pen, we can call as a direct material cost. For example, the steel of the particular products. And there are other costs which is indirectly involved to manufacture this particular pen, that we can call it as a indirect material cost. For example, we are using a machinery to produce this particular pen. So for the machinery, we need lubricants, we need a cleaning agents, we need a cutting oils, all those things we need to run the machines. So the cost which is occurred for those materials we can call as a indirect material. And the next one is labor cost. First we talking about the material cost, which is very important for any kind of products. Without raw material we cannot produce any components. The second and foremost thing is labor cost, the cost of human effort involved in productions. So in this case, to manufacturing this particular pen, how much labors are required to manufacture this pen? For example, if I am having a only one machines, I'm going to produce 1,000 pens. So to operate that machines, I have to depute one labor. So the labor directly involved to produce this particular pen, we can call it as a direct labor cost. The workers directly involved in manufacturing, we can say machine operator. And the second one is indirect labors, the labors which is indirectly contributing to produce this particular pen. For example, supervisor, machine maintenance staff, manager, right? So all the transport drivers, so we have to pay the salary for them. So these labors we can call as a indirect labor, which is indirectly contributing to this manufacturing to this pen. And the third one is expenses, all costs other than the materials and labors. There are direct expenses, the cost directly traceable to a product. For example, special tools or hire new machineries for the specific jobs. And the second one is indirect expenses, the cost not directly traceable. For example, I have to pay the rent for the machinery because we are occupying a space for the machinery to produce a components. So I have to pay the rent, then I have to pay the electricity which I have to use to run the machines, and the depreciation cost of the machines. So all those things comes into the indirect expenses. right? And there are different type of overhead costs. Normally we can call it as an indirect cost. In industry term we can call it as an overhead cost. There are different overhead playing a major role to produce a particular component in an industry. The first one is a factory and manufacturing overhead, right? So in factory and manufacturing overhead there will be indirect cost within the production floor. We can have a power, and we can have a factory rent and machine depreciations. All those things comes into the manufacturing overhead or factory overhead. And the second one is administration overhead, which is included office and management costs, right? So there may be office, no, we have to take a printouts for sending a purchase order. We have to procure the raw material. For that we have to raise a purchase order, right? So those who are working in the office, we have to pay the salary, and we have to pay the stationaries and legal fees. So all those things comes into the administration overhead. And the selling of the overhead, right? So after manufacturing this product, so I have to do the advertising to the customers. So people should know what it is and what is the feature the pen has. So I have to give the advertisements. So I have to spend money for the advertisements, and I have to give spend money for the sales representatives. They have to go and search the markets, and they have to explain the features of this pen, because there are n number of pens which is available in the market. And what is the special features in this pen having? The sales representative, they are to explain. So I have to pay the salary for them. So comes under the selling overhead, cost to market and sell the products. The next one is a distribution overhead. So there are a lot of distributors, because I am the manufacturer. I cannot go directly and sell the components, right? So for example, I am the manufacturing of the XY company, right? So I am not go and directly into the customer and I have to sell my product. So I have to simply manufacturing and given to the distributors. So the distributors taking responsibility, they have to distribute all the products into the different geographic locations: Chennai, Madurai, Coimbatore, Tirunelveli, and southern part of Tamil Nadu. They have to distribute. Then only the product will get the product will available in your local markets. So for that we have to pay for the distribution charges, the drivers who transport cost, packaging, transport, and we have to store the component, and we need a warehouse. So I have to pay the rent for the warehouse. So all those things comes into the distribution overhead. So to produce a particular component, this pen, material cost, labor cost, and all the other overhead cost: factory, administration, selling, and distributions. So after calculating all the amount, then we have to fix plus profit also. We have to fix the profit. After fixing the profit, then the final 50 rupees we have to fix for the particular components. So now you can able to understand how the 50 rupees or 10 rupees or 5 rupees, how they are fixing to particular products. So they have to calculate all those thing costs. Then only we can able to fix it. If you are missing anything, then finally you will end up with the loss. You cannot fix the exact amount for the particular components. So the elements of cost is very, very important. So I hope you can understand about what is element cost and what is direct cost and what is indirect cost and what is overhead cost, right? So we'll see in the next topic. Thank you.